Merry Christmas! I'm Janine Rosche, and I'll be reading an excerpt from my Christmas novella On Angel Wings, which is available on Kindle Unlimited and is a prequel to my novel The Road Before Us. This story is set in Christmas time of 1945 after the end of the Second World War, and it takes place during what was known as Operation Santa Claus, the effort by the U.S. government to get home all the U.S. soldiers before Christmas Day. My heroine's name is Elodie, and she was one of the famed Angels of Bataan, a group of nurses who were taken prisoner and sent to internment camps in the Philippines, where they continued to serve and take care of the people around them. Elodie is looking for some way that she can help the returning soldiers, and she leans on her best friend Benjamin for help. Now, during the war, Benjamin had his own issues. He was given the job of basically being a babysitter to Hollywood's swankiest actor, Clyde Irving, who was there on a propaganda tour. And now he will do just about anything to help out Elodie. We pick up this scene when Elodie is unwrapping the figures of a nativity set that has been passed down through generations in her family. As Benjamin rounded the doorframe, he found Elodie unpacking the nativity set. Carefully, she unrolled each figurine from the newspaper and placed it in front of the wooden crate. She flattened the newsprint and pointed to the headline of an article dated just after Christmas last year. Local man killed in Belgium. Mrs. Frank Dover received news that her husband was killed earlier this month while defending the port of Antwerp. He is survived by his wife, his parents, and his 2-year-old son, Frank Jr. Elodie's fingernail marked an invisible line under the child's name. Benjamin, if I can come up with an idea for a fundraiser to help the soldiers and their families, would you help me plan it? You know I will. He unwrapped Joseph, handling the figure like a precious jewel, and placed it beneath the roof right next to Mary's kneeling form, and he sang along to the song playing on the radio, Chattanooga Choo Choo. Was she also thinking of the night they danced to that song? We could have a dance, a Christmas one. We could invite the families, but also people with deep pockets. Her words prattled faster with every detail about food, decorations, and possible locations. As she spoke, her spine lengthened. With all the hoopla about the battling bells of Bataan, maybe I could give a speech or show the star. The star? You mean the Bronze Star? He laughed at her near-constant humility. Yes, that one. Color tinged her cheeks. She was more alive than he'd seen her since she returned. I could use my celebrity for good, turn the darkness into light. She leaned toward him in her excitement, almost close enough to kiss. Her nearness was entrancing. I wouldn't expect anything else from my girl. His thumb grazed her cheek. I'm completely at your service, Elle, and anything you want, I'll get it for you. Just promise me one thing. A dance, he said. She smiled. You got it. His fingertips trailed down her jaw, settling on the side of her neck. Her skin was smooth as glass, her eyes as soothing as the French sky when his feet were surrounded by blood-stained rubble. All those wasted years he'd spent during the war protecting one man on a propaganda campaign when he could have been doing more for his country, for his brothers in arms, for the interned people like Elodie. This is what kept him going, that one day he might dance with her again, and maybe kiss her the way he should have done before the war. Benjamin, his name on her breath, filled him with courage he'd lacked back in 1941. He moved toward Elodie, and her eyes grew wide. Do you think we could get Clyde Irving to make an appearance? So that's it, an excerpt from my Christmas novella On Angel Wings. Again, it's available on Kindle Unlimited. Thanks, Tony, for the opportunity.